Hello, everybody. Welcome back again to another segment of the daily portion of German. This is a second recording going further along in the story of Franz Kafka's, entitled Ein Bericht für eine Akademie, which you see here on the screen, a picture of a portrait of Franz Kafka in his early years, and the title of the short story. It's actually quite famous in Germany. Franz Kafka's years are 1883 to 1924. Sort of became a universal spokesman for the perplexed and frightened 20th century human being, but was one of the most beloved and important writers in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. So today we have CJ, who's going to be our guest speaker, and he's been our speaker in earlier segments. CJ, you want to say hello?
Hello.
Great. So we'll follow the same procedure as we've done earlier. But I just want to show you there's a woodcut that's quite interesting here when he was in some vaudeville performances, trying to move in the transition from his instead of going and being in a zoo, captured and being put into a zoo, he decided to try this other route of doing these vaudeville performances and became quite popular, as you'll see in the story. Okay, so this is the text we're going to do today. It's the 26th portion. And we'll follow the same procedure. I'll read the text out loud and CJ will repeat after me, and please read with him to get a sense of the flow and to participate in that way. And then I'll ask him specific questions about the grammar, and also in your imagination try to answer those, reply to those. So as we put together and put the pieces together to arrive at a translation. Okay, you all ready, CJ?
Ready to go.
Let's see if I have this. Can you see the, oh, I'm going to change the color here. Just 1 second. Okay. Great. It's now green.
That's better. That was an ugly maroon brown.
Okay. All right, here we go. Ich stamme von der Goldküste. Everybody?
Ich stamme von der Goldküste.
Good. So this stamme, this means I come from. Ich stamme, this is the verb here. This is from the Gold Coast. This is the obviously the region of Africa. It's not a particular country, but those countries in the southwestern corner of Africa are referred to as the Gold Coast. Going on. Darüber, wie ich eingefangen würde, everybody?
Darüber, wie ich eingefangen würde,
Bin ich auf fremde Berichte angewiesen.
bin ich auf fremde Berichte angewiesen.
So in that sentence there, where's the verb complex? Of the main clause.
Yeah, it would be bin angewiesen.
Good. So when you're looking at longer sentences, one very important thing is to delineate or demarcate the subordinate clauses from the main clause. So here's a subordinate clause beginning with V or as I, and you can't put a period at the end of that, so that's a subordinate clause. So your main clause, which CJ identified correctly, is right here, bin angewiesen. So I am dependent upon is how that works. So bin angewiesen is your verb complex, and ich is obviously the subject. I am dependent upon, and then this is a foreign reports, or you could say the reports of others. So and darüber here, so I come from the Gold Coast, or that's my origin. Beyond that, as I did. So you want to do that? Those first two lines, just translate slowly so we can follow you.
Sure. I am from the Gold Coast. Moreover, how I was captured, I rely on the reports of others.
That's good. Yeah, I rely or I'm dependent upon. Great. Going on. Eine Jagdexpedition der Firma Hagenbeck. Everybody?
Eine Jagdexpedition der Firma Hagenbeck.
Mit dem Führer habe ich übrigens seither schon manche gute Flasche Rotwein geleert.
Eine Jagdexpedition der Firma Hagenbeck. Mit dem Führer habe ich übrigens seither schon manche gute Flasche Rotwein geleert.
Good. Then just going on. Lag im Ufergebüsch auf dem Anstand.
Lag im Ufergebüsch auf dem Anstand.
Okay, going up to here. Let me just erase this first part here. So we're going from here, eine Jagdexpedition, down to here, And whatever is parenthetical marked off by these hyphens cannot be part of the main verb complex. So where's your verb in that whole in those lines, CJ?
Lag,
Good. So it lay, and subject is?
eine Jagdexpedition.
Yeah, so this is jagd is a hunt. Here's a compound noun. Now it doesn't these two nouns, expedition and hunt, don't have to be connected with an S because one of the words starts with a vowel. But if you have two words that end with a consonant and begin with a consonant, then often you'll have an S to combine those two nouns into a compound noun. Okay, so a hunting exhibition, lay, and then im Ufergebüsch. This is Ufer means the bank of a river or in the bush of a river. Um, in hiding, auf dem Anstand. Okay, so how would you just read, if you just to read the core sentence there, how would you translate that?
So, a hunter's expedition of the firm Hagenbeck lay in waiting in the brush by the shore.
Exactly, good, very nicely done. And this is not a hunter's, it's actually a hunting, because it's
Okay.
hunting exhibition. Okay, great. Now let's do this very interesting parenthetical phrase. Where's the verb complex from this hyphen down to this hyphen?
Habe gelehrt.
Good, and that means?
I have emptied.
Good. Yeah, leer means empty. So gelehrt is a verb. I have emptied. I is a subject. And where's the direct object?
That would be adieu. Manche gute Flasche Rotwein.
Yeah. And if you have the simple single word, it would be Flasche. So I have.
Flasche.
So and our you're probably familiar with our way that we the symbols that we use for analyzing the sentences. We put a box around the verb complex, underline the subject, and put a circle around the direct object. So I have emptied, and then to indicate that this is a transitive verb taking a direct object, you can sometimes use an arrow, which we'd use here, show that it transfers the action to the direct object. So let's see. This is übrigens, by the way, seither, since that time, already, this is simply some good bottle of wine. Now, in German, you can say ein Stück Brot, which means a piece of bread. So you don't, the English ear wants to hear an of in between this, but this is a very common way to express this in German. A bottle of red wine, simply. And with manche gute, you could say many a fine bottle of red wine. Okay. Let's see. You want to do that from Anjagd expedition all the way down to Anstand? Just translate.
Sure. A hunting expedition of the firm Hagenbeck,
Mm-hmm.
with the leader, with the leader of which, something like that. I have, by the way, since then, emptied many good bottles of red wine. So a hunting expedition lay in waiting, in the um, in the by the shore.
Good. Yeah, in the bush by the shore. Good. Something like that. Like that. Okay. So yeah. So this is sort of very interesting. So this sort of anticipates something that he's doing much later. He said, he was captured by this firm Hagenbeck, but later on he got to know him very well and was on good terms with him, and then they drank a good number of bottles of red wine together. It's really amazing. Okay, going on. I'll see. Let me just erase this here. Okay. Als ich am Abend inmitten eines Rudels zur Tränke lief. Everybody?
Als ich am Abend inmitten eines Rudels zur Tränke lief.
This als introduces another subordinate clause, not the main clause, because you can't put a period after that if you just begin the sentence with that. And then where's the verb? Where's the verb there?
Lief.
Leave, good. And that's from? The
Laufen.
infinitive is laufen. So laufen, lief, gelaufen means to run. As I ran, And then inmitten means in the midst of, and you hear a genitive of a pack. And zur Tränke means this is actually a verb to the drink, as I ran to the drink, literally, or to the place where I could drink. Okay, you want to just do that? That's subordinate clause, as I.
As I, in the evening, in the midst of a pack, ran to drink.
Good. Man schoss, ich war der Einzige, der getroffen wurde. Ich bekam 2 Schüsse.
Man schoss, ich war der Einzige, der getroffen wurde. Ich bekam 2 Schüsse.
Comes from schießen, to shoot. This is a past tense, a strong verb. And when you have the impersonal man, you can translate that one shot or they shot. Either one is fine. And then simply this is the only one, der Einzige. What does the der refer back to? What is its antecedent?
Einzige.
Good, right back here. So the antecedent form comes from the 3 determinants, the number and gender of its antecedent, and the role that it plays in the subordinate clause. Who was hit, and then it just means this comes from bekommen, means to receive. So also a past tense, a strong verb. I received 2 hits. Okay. Did you want to use that last sentence? They shot?
Sure.
Starting that.
They shot. I was the only one who was hit. I received 2 shots.
Great. Okay. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I hope to talk to you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.